Lamine Yamal is breaking Barcelona fans' hearts. The Spanish winger is set to join PSG. Matvei Safonov is a true hero of French football, with PSG fans singing praises of the Russian goalkeeper. Cole Palmer is smashing a transfer record as Real Madrid seriously set their sights on the midfielder. Xavi Hernandez's new club and a crazy transfer by Manchester City. We'll talk about all this and much more in today's episode. And by the good tradition of the channel, I wish you a good appetite and an enjoyable watch. Crystal Palace have recently become a force to be reckoned with. The club has won the FA Cup, is competing in the Conference League, and despite that continues to perform strongly in the Premier League. Right now, the Eagles are just 6 points behind Liverpool in 4th place. The problem is that the project could soon start to fall apart. As reported by Fabrizio Romano, striker Jean-Philippe Mateta wants to move to Italy, where top clubs are monitoring him, including AC Milan. A Serie A move is his priority, but if necessary, he's also ready to take a step up within the Premier League. The Eagles captain, Marc Guehi, is certain to leave the club after this season, if not earlier. Journalist Lewis Steele reports that Liverpool would prefer to sign Guehi in the summer on a free transfer, but could also try to complete the deal in January. That will depend on injuries, performance levels, the current centre-back options, and the attention Guehi receives from other top clubs. In addition to Guehi, Palace will also lose head coach Oliver Glasner. The Austrian will not sign a new contract and will leave the team in the summer. The club is already thinking about who could replace him. According to Fichajes, the Eagles are considering Xavi Hernandez. The club's bosses believe they have grown enough, both sporting-wise and financially, to attract such an ambitious coach. Xavi is highly regarded by the board. He knows how to work under less than ideal conditions. Of course, at Barcelona, he had a stronger squad, but the expectations there were far higher as well. Xavi had to rely heavily on young players and constantly showed tactical flexibility. He built a solid defense at Barca, and it is precisely defensive solidity that underpins the success of the current Palace side. The club's owners believe Xavi can continue Oliver Glasner's work. Right now, the Eagles have a solid squad, and their position in the table allows them to challenge for European qualification. And it's important to understand this. A mid-table Premier League club cannot be compared to a mid-table side in any other league, whether in terms of coaching experience, popularity, or financial power. This was proven by the appointment of Oliver Glasner, who chose Palace over AC Milan. Spanish media previously reported that Xavi dreams of testing himself in the Premier League. However, his interest was not in Crystal Palace, but in Manchester United. After all, Xavi won La Liga with Barcelona, and taking charge of a mid-table team, even in the Premier League, doesn't quite suit his status. But then again, we are talking about a Premier League mid-table club, and that gives the Eagles a real chance of attracting the high-profile Spaniard. Cole Palmer could leave London-based Chelsea. Such signals are appearing more and more often in the English press. According to sources, his time at the Blues may come to an end much sooner than previously expected. The reason is simple. Real Madrid have set their sights firmly on the midfielder. Palmer joined Chelsea from Manchester City for around 50 million euros just a couple of years ago and almost immediately became one of the team's key players. He quickly turned into the face of the project and a pillar of the attacking line. His contract still has 6 years to run, which puts Chelsea in an extremely strong negotiating position. The club is willing to let such a player go only for a truly substantial compensation. The media mentions a figure of no less than 130 million euros, but that seems significantly undervalued for a player who was recently considered a contender for the Ballon d'Or. Transfermarkt currently values him at 120 million euros. Considering his young age, consistent performance, and long-term contract, his actual market value could easily reach 200 million euros. It's possible that real negotiations could even result in a new transfer record. At the same time, it's important to understand that if the transfer does happen, it won't be for at least another 6 months. Chelsea is not under any pressure, and Palmer himself is fully focused on his performances in London. Off the pitch, Palmer's life has also seen some changes. At the beginning of the year, he split with Connie Grace. According to British tabloids, the reason was her desire to get married as quickly as possible. Upon learning this, Palmer decided to end the relationship. About 6 months later, he already has a new partner. Looking at her, it's immediately clear which two qualities of hers attracted Cole. Honestly, every time I see a footballer's new girlfriend, I can't help but laugh. It feels like they're all made in the same factory, every single time the same story. Online discussions are buzzing about a moment at the Globe Soccer Awards ceremony when Paris president Nasser Al-Khelaifi approached Lamine Yamal immediately after the awards and started talking with him. Given the prince's long-standing interest in Lamine, it all looked rather suspicious. Naturally, some fans believe PSG is preparing to break the transfer record. Marca and Mundo Deportivo have reported at different times that PSG made offers for Yamal of 200 million euros and 250 million euros. Back then, Lamine was worth less, but now the Parisians would have to offer Barcelona more than 300 million euros to have a chance of convincing the Catalans. Of course, PSG has that kind of money. Barcelona, on the other hand, is completely strapped for cash and needs to fix the financial disaster. So who knows? Maybe Laporta will say yes. In France, admiration for Matvei Safonov continues to grow. The Russian goalkeeper is gradually becoming a figure valued not only for his performances on the pitch, but also for his professional attitude and the way he integrates into his environment. A recent interview with a French publication serves as a good example. Safonov spoke with journalists in French, which came as a pleasant surprise to the local audience. Fans reacted immediately. Social media was flooded with comments, all overwhelmingly positive. One fan noted that Safonov already speaks French at a fairly high level, despite having played in the country for just over a year. On top of that, French must be a particularly challenging language for someone from Russia. Compared to South American players, many of whom don't speak a word of French, Safonov's achievement is even more commendable. It's clear he has put in serious work. This comment quickly went viral and became indicative of the general sentiment surrounding the Russian goalkeeper. It's also important to note that respect for Safonov extends far beyond fan discussions. Within the team, his contribution is equally recognized. After the Intercontinental Cup final, where Matvei saved 4 penalties and effectively secured the trophy for PSG, the individual awards of the tournament were presented. The award for best player went to PSG midfielder Vitinha, but he himself admitted that he didn't fully understand why he received it. The Portuguese player openly stated that he felt awkward because the real hero of the final was Safonov. According to him, it was the goalkeeper who decided the outcome of the penalty shootout, and if he could, he would have given his trophy to Matvei without hesitation. Words like these from a teammate say a lot. Safonov isn't just having a strong run, he has already become a figure respected by both the fans and the dressing room of one of Europe's most prestigious clubs. So all we can add is, Matvei is a true star.